Hey everyone, Dr. Waters here from Game Design Wit. It's a pleasure seeing you all again. It's been a while. I'm sorry for taking so long to uploading a new video. It's that I've been crazy busy with all sorts of projects and various things in my schedule, some of which I'll be sharing soon with you all. I'm quite anxious to be able to do so. But until then, I'd actually like to, for at least for this video, to review this book, Rules of Play. Now, usually on my previous videos, it's as you can tell, things are a little bit more elaborate and edited, but it takes quite a lot of time to be able to do those. So I've been thinking of perhaps making videos a little bit more like this, where I just grab various things, discuss about them, discuss topics you guys highlight, or even just do hand-drawn sketches and so on and so forth, as opposed to having a full-blown video, because this would actually allow me to make more of those videos at a faster pace, which is something that I look forward to being able to do so. So that said, if you do enjoy this format or if you don't, like, what are your thoughts? Feel free to drop a comment down below. A lot of the fine tuning I've been making on this channel for the past few years has been largely based on feedback I've been getting from the community overall. And so I do look forward to seeing what you guys think about this kind of format. So let's just see how it works, right? As I review Rules of Play by Katie Salen and Eric Zimmerman. Now, the reason why I chose this particular book to get started with is a lot of folks come and ask me which book they should start reading about game design. They want to know more about ludology, what would be a good starting point, and usually I recommend this book. And the reason being is it's kind of like an encyclopedia of high-level discussion topics about game design as a whole. It talks about all the way from the beginning, from Huizinga and Homo Ludens, all the way to the latest trends and so on and so forth. Although it hasn't been updated in the past since it's been out. I don't know if there's a later version of it or not. But still, it's actually quite a good book for you to get started on. It discusses games as a system. It discusses definitions of games. It also talks about not just video games, but also games as a whole. Like, what is a game and how are the rules and the fundamental building blocks of game design and ludology have evolved since then? What are the different perspectives on the subject matter? And so it's a good starting point for a lot of designers, I think, because it allows you to just take a deep dive on the breadth of all the various things that are out there when it comes to game design, at least from an academic point of view. And from then on, you should be able to know what other steps or what other subject matters you'll be able you'll be interested in learning more about, because this book is just like, book after book after book and topic after topic after topic, nonstop. Uh, the interesting things, remarks that I had about this book, and one of the things that, at least as a designer myself, I was quite curious, not particularly curious, but quite entertained to learn, is one of the definitions this book has as games as system, which I'll talk about as soon as I find the page here, where I just love this metaphor that the book had for games as the systems of complexity. And what I mean by that, um, is, the what the book means by that, I mean, is that it creates this beautiful metaphor where it talks about if you want to discuss gravity between two objects, right? Let's say you had two planets and the gravitational pull between those two objects. It's fairly easy with high school mathematics to be able to explain what's going on. But the moment you add a third system, like a third planet or fourth planet, the mathematics or the complexity of the system just explodes, right? And it's not because you're adding something special. You're just adding the same types of in this case, matter into the system. And through its schema, this enormous emergent behavior just procedurally starts generating on its own. It becomes incredibly complex for it to describe. And I think a good example of that would be a game like chess, for example. Simple rules, but just the amount of complexity that you can get from the combination of those simple rules is just staggering. And it was when I was reading this, I was like, wow, this is a really elegant way of thinking of game design, because you can sort of trace back this fundamental element to how all sorts of different games work, right? When you look at Minecraft, like the amount of complexity that you can generate from such simple rules is just mesmerizing. Or like Tetris, right? Simple rules, but allows you to have a different, unique game each time you're playing it, right? The other things that I also was quite interested in reading about this book is it contains a ton of interview with various game designers out there, and it gives you perspective on how they were thinking about the thought of game design in itself. And it's one of the things that I always enjoy about reading when it comes to game design is just understanding a little bit more on how other people see and approach game design as a whole. So highly recommended. I'm not sure if I'm gonna start doing a score mechanism for the things I review. I've never been a big fan of numbers because I think they hide more details than actually tell what the truth is. But if you guys otherwise think I should give a score to the things I'm reviewing, just let me know in the comments down below. Uh, so yeah, this is the first of potentially many videos that I'll try to make as I talk about these various subject matters. And as always, thanks for watching. I do appreciate your support. It's nice to be back after so many months in hiatus. But I'll soon come around and have a video dedicated to the things that I've been working with, which I can't wait to share with you guys. It's some really interesting stuff, at least from my perspective. But then again, rules of play, highly recommend. And you guys, take care. I'll see you around.